It's a plane.
No, it's the Watch That John podcast. Back at it again.
Yay. Obviously, we are doing Superman today. The Man of Steel, faster than the speed of bullet. What else did they say? Stronger than
Big Blue.
I don't know.
They said faster than a speeding. I thought it was a speeding train, speeding bullet. I don't know. Superman came out when we were quite young.
Quite young, before we were born, Mary.
Yeah,
Superman is that old.
yeah, like really old. Isn't he like the first like real superhero? Like Superman is such an unoriginal name. I assume he has to be the first one.
Unoriginal. It is the most original. Everyone's based off of him.
Well, not just the most basic. Like he's a superhero, Superman. You know, he has to be the first one with a name like that.
You mean that he's the original? He's the OG.
I guess I don't know.
Right.
I'm just assuming, but
Yeah. Superman was published. The Action Comics published Superman in 1938.
1938. That's before Granny was born.
Yeah,
It's 87 years old.
Yeah, Superman is 87 years old.
Oh my God! All right. Well, let's give it up to a legend. Superman stayed relevant all these years, even when well, not really. When DC was having a bit of a moment for a while, when we all went over to Marvel. But I think Henry Cavill's Man of Steel is the first Superman that I actually ever got excited for. I did not watch Smallville. I know a
I
lot of
didn't
people
watch.
did.
Yeah, I
Did
didn't watch
Eileen watch
Smallville
Smallville?
either. No, she wasn't
Yeah.
familiar with Superman at all. Actually, when we saw the movie theater,
What you mean? She didn't know who he was?
she,
She
knows
never heard of
Superman.
the Superman?
She heard of Superman, but she didn't really know his backstory at all, or anything about him.
You said
She
she
didn't
did
watch
watch
anything
Smallville.
about it.
She did?
She did not.
Oh.
No, she
Yeah.
did not
I
watch
get why
Smallville.
Smallville, it was on the CW. Guys, if you don't remember, CW came after they took the UPN away from the black people and they made it to CW. And it was a channel on what's that called? Like regular broadcasting with a bunch of like shows about like moody teenagers. So you'll
Hmm.
get Gossip Girl, you'll get Smallville, which is kind of showing Superman growing up in kind of like this rural area as like a normal teenager. You had what else? Dawson's Creek. I don't freaking know. But yeah. Um, yeah, but Henry Cavill, when I first saw the trailer for this movie, this Superman that's been directed by James Gunn. Yes, he did make the smooth transition over to DC. So I don't know if we're getting any more Guardians of the Galaxy with this man. It may be done. The whole franchise may be done. But yeah,
Oh, I
so
forgot he did Guardians of the Galaxy.
he did Guardians. You didn't see I seen his style, like literally the
Yo,
same style in Guardians of the Galaxy in this Superman movie.
yes, I
Yeah.
was sitting there watching. I actually wrote a note when they went into the Pocket Universe, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "This remind me very Guardians of the Galaxy." And that's
Mm-hmm.
actually I didn't realize that James Gunn produced this.
That is no, he didn't produce it. He wrote and directed. The
He wrote and
producer
directed.
is
Okay.
the name. What's this man's name? Uh, the producer is Peter Safran. But yeah, so I actually Henry Cavill thought he was going to be in this movie too, but they played him, and they said, "No, Henry, we're not making a Superman origin story, but we're starting Superman from early on in the franchise, and it would be weird to have the same actor playing Superman doing things that was kind of already covered in his Superman arc." So they sat him down. He made this announcement saying, "Yeah, I'm going to be on board for the next Superman," even when I think James Gunn is like the head of DC now or something like that.
Wow.
And they were like, "Nah, man, you're not." And then he had to awkwardly say, "No, guys, I'm sorry." But I loved Henry Cavill. So sexy. And when I first saw this new Superman, I was like, is he as fine as Henry Cavill? And I didn't think so till I saw this man today in IMAX. And I was like, you know what? Close enough. Them
I found
dimples? Close enough. And
I
I'm not even
found
big on dimples. Close enough.
I found the actual tagline.
Tagline.
So for Superman, it's faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
So you're saying that, and I immediately thought of Captain Underpants. Remember, he
Yeah,
had a parody of that, and that's all I
he
can
did.
think of.
He did.
Like,
He
so
did.
yeah, Captain Underpants is great. But yeah. So like I said, this Superman was directed by James Gunn, who also directed Guardians of the Galaxy. It was produced by Peter Safran. The cinematographer was Henry Brahman. So apparently, this movie was made for IMAX. I watched it in IMAX. A waste of money. It was a
Why was
$27 ticket.
it was a waste of money because how expensive it
It
was,
was
or you
just too
think it was so different?
expensive. It was just too expensive. Like
Oh,
I'm not
$27 for one
$27
movie
for a
is
single
crazy.
ticket.
That's
And I went to
crazy.
go see it in KOP, and they don't even got reclining seats. Like not the real reclining seats. They got the
Oh,
fake ones where you gotta
so
like
you had
put
to
your
sit
back.
up
Yeah. And like
a
how
peasant.
you don't recline far at all. Like
Wow.
I was like, this is not worth. And my thing is, yes, with the IMAX screen, you get a very wide view.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. I only watched it in IMAX because Sinners looks so beautiful in IMAX. But then I remember Sinners is we can't compare everything to Sinners, y'all. We just can't.
Yeah.
We just can't. And maybe it's because James Gunn seems to be very fond of like the 50s and the 60s and the 70s when it comes to like costuming. The costume designer was a woman named Judiana Makovsky, but even when you think about the last Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, everyone was kind of wearing go-go boots and had like a short woman had like short masculine haircuts and like mini dresses and mini skirts, and everything was kind of like sepia colored and oranges and like butterscotch yellows, and I was like, this is given 60s and 70s. So maybe that's why the IMAX didn't seem as impressive to me, because everything seemed like they had like a sepia sort of like filter over top of it. So
Mm.
I wouldn't
But
recommend to
even
watch it in IMAX. If you love it, if you're a huge like cinematography buff, go do it. I'm not spending that money again.
I felt like Superman should have. I didn't watch it in IMAX. I watched it in regular theater. Right.
Everything was this color in this movie.
Was your Eevee cover
It was my
color?
EV color.
I
Browns,
thought.
tans, creams.
I think you just had a bad experience because I thought in regular on our screen it was beautiful, right? And just like how Superman fights, he's obviously it's aerial fighting. Right? I don't think he fought once on the ground. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's all aerial
Why would
fighting.
you do anything on the ground if you could fly?
I know,
Unless you're
but
just
because of
masquerading being human when you're Clark Kent. But
that, that's true. But because of that, like it's a lot of wide shots you need to take and flying around is really kind of hard to pick up. So I can imagine a
it's a
big
little
screen.
dizzying.
Yeah, you just kind of stare at one spot and you can watch everything. It's probably the best way to view it.
I mean, like I said, maybe if you were really honed in on cinematography,
Yeah,
then
you can
you'd
something
have more
different.
of appreciation for it. But me, I'm just thinking $27 for this?
Yeah, yeah.
$27 for this?
Our ticket was $31 for Eileen and I for
Yeah, come on.
tickets, including taxes.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness. My goodness.
Goodness. So, Mary, who is your all-time favorite superhero?
Let me think of my heavy hitters. Of course, Spider Man. He was the first superhero I was ever introduced to. That was the first superhero movie that I actually watched and like. I know we had Batman, the like really campy Batman. Was it Batman Begins? What was the Batman with Jim Carrey was the Joker? No, not
But
the
that was
Joker.
Batman
Jim
Beyond.
Carrey was the dude with the question marks.
Yeah, he was. That was
And then Uma Thurman was
the
Poison
Riddler.
Ivy.
The Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah. Uma Thurman was Poison Ivy. What's the name of that one?
I thought it was Batman Beyond.
Who
Like
knows? But that one,
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. See, I don't know why that movie reminds me of Power Rangers. So I didn't
Because
really,
Carrey was straight up green. There's another
yeah,
character in there straight up purple. There's a
yeah.
lot of colorful characters.
It was very colorful, and it's like I guess I saw it as dorky, and Superman's they are characters are dorky. Like it's a very dorky thing to do. You have grown men running around in spandex, like
Exactly.
it's very dorky. So now I feel like I will fully appreciate that movie, but I didn't think superheroes were cool. And so one day Jeff was like, "Let's go watch Spider Man." I was like, "Why would I want to watch a Spider Man movie? Like, why would I want to do that?" Saw Spider Man with old boy Tobey Maguire, blew me
Mm.
away, and I was like, superhero movies is it. So because of that, um, Spider Man. Oh man,
You
I
can't
feel
even
like
think
I'm
about
not
superhero.
black. Not saying the Black Panther, but or Shuri, but they're just not. Um, are we only doing like American? Can we do Goku? Can I do like
Goku.
Goku's a superhero. How is he not a
Um,
superhero? He saved the planet
I
how
mean,
many
like,
times?
I mean, like a traditional
He is
American
traditional. Dragon Ball
comic
Z's been
book
around for a long time.
superhero,
I'm gonna say Spider Man then. Spidey.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spidey.
Um, yeah, let me think. Spider-Man,
Superman
Batman,
is growing on me
Superman.
though. Superman is growing on me. His
Um,
just pureness is growing on me.
his pureness. He was
Yeah.
a little too pure this movie.
But that's the point
We
of
could
a
talk about that.
superhero. We could talk about that. We talk about that, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I think mine's is Spider-Man, but The Dark Knight was probably my favorite superhero movie.
That's everyone's favorite superhero movie. Isn't the dude who directed The Godfather the same person who directed The Dark Knight? That's why I felt like more like a crime syndicate film
It did
than a
feel kind of
superhero
funny.
movie. I
Yeah.
could be completely making that up, but that's I believe that's correct.
We can Google that
Was it
drawing in a
Christopher
little bit.
Nolan? No, no, I'm completely wrong. He didn't. Christopher Nolan directed The Dark Knight,
Christopher Nolan.
and I
Yeah,
felt
Christopher
like
Nolan.
he took the approach of doing like more of like a mob, like organized crime sort of
Yeah,
side to it, and threw in a superhero. But you can do that with Batman because he doesn't have any superpowers, so it
that's
works
true.
better.
That's true. But then again, actually, I'm lying. It's straight up Superman. I mean, Spider-Man. It's straight up Spider-Man, my favorite.
Who's your number two?
But I think it's Spider-Man. Number two, I'm just going off the movies, to be honest with you. It might be Iron Man. The Iron Man movies are hard. Um,
Well, I'm talking about the character
I
themselves.
know, I know, I
It's not
know.
Deadpool.
No,
I
no.
wasn't big on Deadpool until I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I was like, this dude is hilarious.
It is. It is. No, I agree. It is hilarious, but I wouldn't consider him one of my favorite superheroes.
Yeah.
Definitely, Superman
Especially since
is
he's
not
an
up there.
anti-hero anyway.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero. Superman. He's not up there. But I realize that the Superman movies I have watched, I've always been entertained and always like it. You know, including this one, pleasantly surprised. But I think Spider-Man definitely does it for me.
Um, yeah, I would say Spider-Man is definitely number one for me too. I can't even, at some point, all the superheroes kind of act the same. They're witty, you know what I mean? They can crack a joke. They have a strong sense of good and
Justice.
evil. Yeah, they're strongly like they have heavy, strong convictions. So they're kind of
Yeah.
the same. But yeah. All right, you want to get into it?
Let's get started.
All right. Superman lies alone in an Arctic tundra, bloody and barely breathing. For the first time ever, the Man of Steel has been defeated. A villain known as the Hammer of Baravia suddenly appeared, wreaking havoc in Metropolis and considerably damaging Superman. 3 weeks before the Hammer's appearance, Superman invaded the country of Baravia and stopped troops from invading the more vulnerable country, Jaharnpur. The hero lets out a long whistle, and his mischievous, superpowered dog, Crypto, drags him through the ice and snow to the safety of his fortress of solitude. Once inside, Superman's robot assistants heal him with solar technology, and he watches a partially deteriorated video of his Kryptonian mother and father for comfort. Superman doesn't allow himself to heal fully before returning to Metropolis to face the Hammer of Baravia again. In his absence, Angela Spica, aka Engineer, and henchman of billionaire tech mogul supervillain Lex Luthor, finds Superman's fortress but is unable to enter. It was Lex, after all, who sent the Hammer to destroy Superman. The Hammer defeats Superman once again and warns him not to interfere with the conflict between Baravia and Jaharpur. LexCorp celebrates.
I kind of liked how this movie started out with Superman getting beat up because he's the traditional overpowered hero where like he has almost no weaknesses. He's almost impossible to kill.
He's a
Just
god. He's a god
yeah,
among men. In the
yes,
beginning, there is suicide. No.
Oh my god.
Come on, you know there's heavy parallels between Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, Son of God, and
it is.
Superman.
It is. It is.
Kyle. Like
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
comes from the Bible.
But it's just
Mm.
him getting beaten to a pulp. It just like barely surviving was like I said a different side of Superman. Even though most Superman movies eventually he gets like the best of them,
There's one
you know.
person who messes his head right on up. Right on up. Remember that dude in Man of Steel? He like controlled gravity in a way where he could just put all this pressure on you.
Mm.
It he'll just I don't know, he'll raise things up. Ah, Man of Steel was good. Like
I
he'll
don't
like
remember.
he'll he like his name was he was also from Krypton. From Krypton? The planet's called Krypton. Kryptonite
Yes, it
hurts
is.
him. His dog is called Crypto. Y'all can't think of nothing else?
General Zod.
General Zod. He came and he gave Superman a run for his money. He could do something. Well, he puts like this, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. He has like these big, like extraterrestrial aircrafts in the sky and they'll like flip things upside. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Watch Man of Steel again, guys, y'all. It was I was into it. I was immersed. I
Yeah,
was like, oh, he ain't come to play with y'all. But
yeah.
yeah, there is. But normally that's later on in the story. I do like
Mhm.
how it starts off like, oh man, for the very first time, Superman got his butt handed to him. Oh my
So
goodness.
I also liked the Superdog. That's the first time
Crypto.
Crypto. The first time I saw like I think
No, it isn't. There's a
there's
there's,
a
there's a
few
movie.
there's a movie about the Superdog.
There's a movie. Yeah, let me show you. I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart was in it. Google that,
Oh,
John.
that wasn't
Yeah, Super Dog. Um, let's see. No, there was like a movie or something going on. Uh, I'm not
I
making
thought
this
they
up.
kept
A movie literally just came on. Crypto the Superdog. No. Okay, there's a show with 2 seasons, but there was a freaking movie.
I think
Superdog.
The Kevin Hart dog thing was different.
Really? Was it a ripoff?
Hmm, probably.
It was
I think Kevin
oh,
Hart's
it's called DC League of Super Pets. Super Pets. Yeah, that's what it was called. Super Pets. It came out in 2022.
a
So The
movie?
Rock was in it, Keanu Reeves was in it, Kevin Hart was in
Oh,
it. Yeah, yeah. It's called
oh,
The League of Super Pets.
I
There's
did not
crypto
see
right
that.
there. Yep.
Wow, okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's the first time I seen him, and I realized how terrifying a superpowered dog would be, especially a bad dog like a Sasha, my dog,
How
has
wouldn't Sasa's
superpowers.
a sweetheart, but how wouldn't have you known? You've known Cerberus.
Yes, but like it's just a regular dog, not a three-headed like
I feel like a
monster.
three-headed dog will be oh, I get you.
No,
It's like, okay,
I'm
you
saying,
yeah.
I'm saying, I just realize how dangerous a regular dog is
Yeah,
if it
that's
had
true.
a Superman. Like he was just like just dragging him and just I don't know, it was crazy. It was crazy. And
Oh,
then
so I think I think I understand how because we were talking about how does James Gunn differentiate this Superman? The title of the movie is just Superman from
yeah,
all the others of hundreds of thousands Superman movies out there. And if you look at Superman, it says like on the poster that I'm seeing, uh never mind, maybe wrong. The poster has like something studios over top of the Superman. It says I think it says DC Studios and then it says Superman. So I think that's how it's telling us apart. Because when I look at DC, when I look at the League of Pets, it says DC League of Pets over top of it. So maybe that's a little branding to let you know this is a bit different. I don't know.
uh-huh. Don't know. There's a lot of Superman movies though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do they differentiate them? Like, it's just Superman. It's not like the Man of Steel.
Like
It's
you
not
said,
like
the
Superman
last one.
Beyond, Superman Begins, Superman Here, Now, Forevermore. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess they're just trying to say that he's the original. You know, like he is. This is the original, not origin story because
well,
like
I'm
yeah,
not saying that. I'm saying if you're trying to search Superman, if you search Superman, you're gonna get so many movies. So it's like, how is he making it easier for me to find the Superman movie that came out in 2025?
that's true.
Yeah, yeah. But what were you saying? We were talking about dogs.
No, I was just saying how I
Oh yeah,
enjoy.
yeah. You were saying how you didn't realize how dangerous like a dog would be if it had superpowers.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I'm actually looking at all the other Superman movies, and all of them are Superman with some type of subtitle. This is the
Exactly.
only.
This is the only one without one. Besides what the first Superman movie, the very first one.
The very first one was called Superman the movie.
Okay, he has the movie there, so I guess he's like Superman doesn't exist, is so he just said Superman. Okay, that works. Because I'm like, how are you?
Yeah.
How are people finding this film? But yeah, no. Even when he was laying there, Crypto is a super powered dog, so him playfully jumping on him, not only is dog super powered, but Superman is very injured, so it hurt. Like it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. And I think that was the main appeal for everyone for this movie. That was the first trailer I saw, and I was like, "This looks cute. This is
With the dog.
cute." Yeah, with
Yeah.
the dog, and it looks, it looks really cute. So I was interested, and like we said, we've never seen. I don't believe we've seen Crypto in a live action film.
No,
So
absolutely not.
that was
That's
fun.
scruffy looking dog.
I like how like one of his ears is always up. I'm like a bad dog always looks like that, like just always like alert to like because they always in some shit they're not supposed to be in.
Yeah.
But so
So
oh
the Superman is Nemesis this movie, right? The hammer of what is it, Bavaria?
Boravia,
Bavaria, and then the
Boravia.
Boravia, right?
Yes. Don't say
He
Bolivia. I heard one person said that, and I was like, "That's what it
yeah,
is." Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
But no, he was giving him the business, yo. Like, and I think that LexCorp, right, when they were fighting, it was basically giving like the combo moves in the video game, like B4, A7, right, to fight
It's like Mortal
and
Kombat.
counteract. Yeah, the counteract all Superman and how excited they all
Like
were
chess.
just to destroy this man. I'm like, this is the definition of
Of coming
haters.
together for a common cause.
Just haters, yo.
Yeah.
Just
And we
haters.
see how much of a hater Lex Luthor is at the end.
Yeah.
We like just oh my goodness. But what was I going to say? Um one thing that I didn't know when Superman went back to his Fortress of Solitude, I never
hmm
knew that Superman heals from the power of sunlight.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He always did that. He would basically fly.
Really?
Yeah, he would fly out the atmosphere.
I thought he just did that. I don't know because he could. Like if I could do that, I would. I didn't know like that was like you know because he was healing himself.
Yeah, no, he always got strength from the sun. He would fly up and
How
then.
long have you known this? This is news to me.
Yeah, I knew forever, man. It's a Superman thing. You fly up and
So
boom,
this is
get the
common
sun, and come back.
knowledge.
Yes, it is.
No one ever told me anything.
Mm-hmm. I also used to watch, not to remember, the Superman cartoons as well.
No, you did
And
not,
Justice League.
nigga.
I did.
You
I
did not
did.
watch no damn. We watched Teen Titans and that was it.
No, I'm
You did
watching the
not
Super.
watch. When did you watch Justice League?
We used to watch the cartoon
No,
version of
we
Justice.
didn't. It coming on.
Yes,
Us
we
watching it
did.
when it came on is not watching it.
I used
If
to
it
watch
came
it.
on, we would look at it. We would not watch it.
I used to watch it. I
You're such a
remember it.
liar. No, you're not. Who's in the
You are
Justice
just
League?
because
Who's in the Justice League?
it's the
You was
Flash,
with me all the
Batman,
time.
Superman, Wonder Woman.
See, I
Darn
never
it.
watched it, so I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
Exactly. It was
Because you
in the
never
Justice
watched the
League.
damn Justice League, nigga. You're such a
Aha!
liar. No, you didn't.
I'm not
Like you,
lying.
yeah, what? You watched it once? That doesn't count.
No, I watched the Justice League. I watched there was an episode with Superman
So you
and
watched one
Flash
episode.
raced. There was an episode where Superman would just go to the sun and get his
So
strength and
you
come back.
randomly watched it when it was on, like I said. You didn't sit
I
down and
watched
watched
it
it. You didn't go
a lot.
episode from episode, season to season. No, you did not, because I would have saw
Oh,
it because you was always with me. What are you talking about? When'd you start watching it? Last week?
no, I
James, you're
watched
such a damn liar.
Justice.
Okay, you just be making stuff up, but
I don't. I watched it. I remember.
anyway, do you remember what Bradley Cooper said to Superman as his father?
I thought Bradley Cooper being his father was hilarious. Like, is
I was
that
like, y'all the
Bradley?
same age. I mean, I knew he was young. I knew he was young then, but I was like, that's Bradley Cooper.
I don't know. He was saying something along the lines of "We love you so much, and we sent you here to save you."
When
Did you
next
write
time you're in
that?
Philly, we're gonna try Angelo's.
Oh, his cheesesteak
We're gonna
spot.
try it. We're gonna try it. There's sesame seeds on the cheesesteak. Listen, I know that's not standard protocol, but don't knock it because I did have a cheesesteak with sesame seeds on it at Wells Fargo Stadium, and it was delicious. It was so good. It was so
It's
good.
kind of hard to go against a seeded roll.
No, it is hard. Seeded
A
rolls does
seeded-
not belong on cheesesteaks. They don't belong on cheesesteaks. It should be
but doesn't mean it's
smooth
not good.
Amoroso bread.
Yeah, it should be. But doesn't mean it's not really stinking good. I
Yeah,
can
it's really
imagine
good. It's just it's not a cardinal sin, but it's not right.
it.
So yeah, we gotta try it. We gotta try
A
it.
seeded roll with the cheese whiz
Yes. Oh my god. Oh
um,
my
and
goodness.
green peppers. That's like
It don't go on cheesesteak, but green peppers slap on cheesesteak. You can't go wrong with beef and onions and beef and green peppers. You just can't go wrong with that.
yeah, yeah. Yes, you can.
You can, you can. And my thing is, if cheesesteak hoagies are acceptable, me putting green peppers on my cheesesteak should be acceptable.
So you can put whatever you want in your cheesesteak, right? Because like you can
Not
eat.
steak sauce. Did I tell you somebody came? They're not from Philly, and it was like, should I get some A1?
Yeah, that's pretty
I
gross.
said, get out.
Yeah, the default isn't green peppers,
No, it's
right?
not
That's
green
not called a
peppers.
pepper steak, right? You can get a pepper steak,
No, the
right?
default is simple: a simple non-seeded bun, provolone, beef, and mayo. Nigga, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
think it's a little weird for the mayo, to be honest with you.
You don't put
Well,
mayo in your cheesesteaks?
I do, but I think we're weird. I think most people would be like, "What? You put mayonnaise in a cheesesteak?"
Why
They would
wouldn't
look
you
at
put mayonnaise on a cheesesteak? Mayonnaise
a
goes
lot of
on
people
all
don't.
sandwiches.
A lot of people don't.
What weirdos you know don't?
A lot of people don't. A lot of people are like,
Listen,
"What? You put
I
mayonnaise in?"
get okay. What, they just put salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce?
They don't even put ketchup on it.
Who
Some
don't
people
put
put
ketchup
ketchup.
on they? I know, no, that's fair. Some people don't, but mayonnaise. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're getting way off topic. Listen, it's called the Watch That Joint podcast for a reason, y'all.
yeah.
But yeah, what'd you think about Engineer?
I was confused about her.
I was confused for a long time about what was happening
Yeah, I
for a
didn't
minute.
understand what her powers were. Like she had like
Yeah.
nanobots that can like transform and do stuff for her, but she could also fly.
Want me to read her little history that I see on fandom?
Okay, and did she exist before this movie?
Yeah, she did.
Okay,
Let's see. Yeah,
the
she's canon. Um, what the hell?
what?
Oh, I thought I saw something. So her name is Angela Spica, aka Angie. She was born in Queens, and her father was actually the first engineer, but he was killed. And then when she went home, she saw that her home computer was filled with all this nanotechnology notes. And then she kind of worked on herself. She started working on making herself kind of a sort of cyborg in a sense, and like um infusing her blood with this liquid machinery. And now she's kind of like, I don't know, Mercury or something. I don't understand. But yeah, it's just, to me, she's just like Metal Mystique. Like,
Metal Mystique. That's actually a good
there's so
analogy.
many characters who just seem like Mystique.
She don't change her face though. She just had
Yeah.
you think about Mystique because you got that bodysuit.
Well, and I'm also looking at a picture of her on fandom, and she literally looks like Metal Mystique, just naked. Like, you just see that body and like
Yeah.
plated in silver or whatever
Hmm.
metal it is. So it just looks like a Metal Mystique. Even when I'm looking at the new Fantastic Four trailer, and this woman comes in, and she's like in
Silver
a
Surfer.
that's Silver Surfer. It's a woman.
Yeah, they
I
made it a
thought
woman
so.
now.
Yeah, I'm like, this is just Metal Mystique. But the fact that she can just transform, it just reminds me of that. But like I said, I'm just a plebeian. But yeah. So yeah, I was kind of confused about her too.
Hmm.
But yeah, I saw that waistline, and I was like, I need to get in the gym. We'll continue going to the gym. I'm like, this girl is giving waist wear. I said, golly. But yeah.
Yeah. The next day, while Superman, disguised as Clark Kent, is at work at the Daily Planet, Lex Luthor meets with leaders at the Pentagon. He introduced them to the Hammer of Boravia as Ultraman and proposes that Ultraman take Superman's place as protector of Earth. Fortunately, the leaders reject that idea due to Luthor's shady involvement in the war. Back in Metropolis, Clark agrees to let his girlfriend and fellow Daily Planet reporter Lois Lane interview Superman. The interview gets heated, and Clark leaves Lois' apartment on bad terms. Later, Lex Luthor releases a fire-breathing monster on Metropolis to keep Superman busy, while he, the engineer, Ultraman, and Luthor's ditzy girlfriend Eve break into the Fortress of Solitude. The trio kidnap Crypto and repair the broken video of Superman's parents. In a portion of the video, never seen before by Superman, his parents tell him that they sent him to Earth to ruthlessly rule over humans and create Krypton on Earth. After Superman and the Justice Gang, made up of the Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific, defeat the Behemoth, the video of Superman's true reason for being sent to Earth goes viral, and the public is outraged and horrified.
So, one thing that I found interesting was when
Hmm.
Clark Kent is now at the Daily Planet. You know, he has his little BS get up on, but they
Yeah.
they actually do explain the glasses. Do you remember what they said about Clark Kent's glasses and why people don't
He
recognize
had like
him?
they're like mystified, where they changes his face so he doesn't look like Superman.
So they have some sort of hypnotism attached to it. So yeah, his face looks different to people's minds when he puts them on. But
That's kind of hard. I wish I had those glasses.
yeah, I would love to see a different face other than yours. But I remember in Kill Bill when
Okay.
Beatrix Kiddo finally gets to Bill and
Yeah,
Bill gives this monologue about Superman and Clark Kent.
I do remember. I was thinking about that going to work the other day, but keep going.
You think you're Clark Kent?
No, I was thinking about that monologue. I didn't know.
And in the spare time, you just fight crime and save people.
Yes, I forgot it was from Kill Bill, but keep going.
So he said, it's interesting how Superman disguises himself as a human. It really reveals what he actually thinks of human. When he's Clark Kent, he's shy. He keeps his head down. He's kind of a pushover. He has on these dorky glasses, and it's like he knows that compared to him, we're very weak.
Hmm.
And being a human to him is being something that's very frail. And it just shows that, that sort of like that he's just different, you know?
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see. But in this Superman, he wasn't as mousy as Clark Kent normally is. He spoke up at work when they
Yeah.
said, hey, it's kind of weird that like you get all these Superman interviews and when Lois Lane, we know that she knows that he's Superman, which she's kind of like you said, she's kind of getting on him. Like, so you really thought it was cool for Superman to invade Boravia,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, what did you think of their argument? Lois Lane's interview with Superman.
So I I really didn't understand that she was trying to interview him to do an actual interview, or just trying to ask him to understand from her or from a girlfriend perspective, like what actually happened. Because it started out as her asking him a series of questions, like a typical interview, but then she reveals some stuff that only she knows, and he would get offended. I thought it was a little weird. But
Well, it
I
was weird.
guess,
No, because she was asking him questions, and then she said, "No, I'm gonna interview you. I'm gonna ask you the hard hitting question."
yeah.
Oh,
But she
I
was
found a
recording
quote. You
it.
want me to say it now, or you want me to say it later? The direct quote
The
from Kill
Kill Bill
Bill.
quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Superman didn't become Superman. Superman was born Superman. When Superman wakes up in the morning, he's Superman. His alter ego is Clark Kent. Sorry, dumb ad came up. His outfit with the big red S, that's the blanket he was wrapped in as a baby when the Kents found him. Those are his clothes. What Kent wears, the glasses, the business suit, that's the costume. That's the costume Superman wears to blend in with us. Clark Kent is how Superman views us. And what are the characteristics of Clark Kent? He's weak. He's unsure of himself. He's a coward. Clark Kent is Superman's critique on the whole human race. Written by Quentin Tarantino, who I don't like, but he makes good movies.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I thought the interview and him pressing him, I get both sides because it's like, okay, listen, I know you're not from planet Earth, but here on planet Earth, unfortunately, we don't just save people because it's right to do so. We have political agendas. But I'm also like, a superhero should not be political. A superhuman, how terrifying would it be if the Hulk decided to be MAGA? Superheroes should not be political. And later on, the Green Lantern says that they swore on oath to not get involved with politics. But during the interview, Lois Lane made good points. She was like, "You invaded the country with no okay from the president or the secretary of defense to invade a country to protect the country against a country that we're actually allies with.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. You're choosing a side when all you're doing is trying to save people's lives righteously. You're still choosing the sides. So it's like your morality, your sense of justice is overshadowed by our political agenda. And it's a
Have you
shame.
have you ever seen The Boys?
No, I hear about it all the time. My
It's,
friends were telling me to watch it. Is it good?
it's really good.
Have you
It's
seen Invincible?
let me keep this topic.
Or
So for The Boys, there's a superhero just like Superman called Homelander.
Homelander? That's a good name.
Yes, and Homelander,
Like Homeland Security.
yes, he's essentially Superman, just twisted and a little evil.
Mm,
But anyway,
sounds like
he goes
Invincible.
to like Iraq or Afghanistan and starts killing a bunch of people and like fighting on behalf of the United States Army, and it's terrifying.
Only Captain America does that.
Captain America did do that, but Captain America was a
Was a
soldier.
soldier first, yeah.
He was a soldier first, who became a super soldier,
Yeah.
right? Versus them outsourcing, and that's what Lex Luthor was trying to do: outsource
Yeah.
metahumans to the United States government. You know,
Yeah.
so I get from Superman's standpoint, he's like, hey man, like this big bully country is about to invade. This poor country of farmers. I went and stopped it, and I stopped an invasion and told them, you know, leave those people alone. But at the end of the day, everything you do have consequences, and there's so many like geopolitical things that keeps the world in balance.
It would be so nice if we could just, actually care about people over financial gains, over political association, but it's just not that simple.
It's not that
It's just
simple.
not that simple. You saving people makes a political statement,
Yeah,
whether you
yeah.
like it or
But
not.
at the same time, that's the privilege of being Superman. He's the strongest person on the planet. Like, you kind of got to like. I get it. I get it from both sides too, right? Like,
Absolutely.
if Superman went over and stopped some atrocities in the Middle East or in like Russia and Ukraine or in Africa, like, go do it. If one person can single handedly do it, go do it. Screw the politics. You
But it's
know,
going to have bigger repercussions in the end somehow.
it will.
Somehow. And
It will.
not, even Superman technically can't be in two places at once.
Yeah.
So I can just see things going wrong. But I don't think he was wrong at all for that. Was it? I don't even think he should have thought it through. Like, it's just, but I
I think
understand.
he was wrong for kidnapping the president and threatening to kill him. That was a little wrong. That was when he said that. I was like, oh yeah, you was kind of drawing on Superman. Like,
Well,
you
he
can't.
knows. He knows the president is evil. You know what I mean? But yeah, he knows it's evil. But it's like we can't. We have an evil person now, but we can't say
Because
that.
the problem is that Superman, that a person that's strong shouldn't be able to determine on his own right from wrong and have that much of an influence. Like America, right? Like we have checks and balances. The three branches of government. Other countries have parliament or Congress. Superman is an individual entity acting on an individual entity. So things that he can misread or jump to conclusions for, and
Yeah.
just change the tides of war, or like I said, um,
Batman work with the police sometimes. So it's like Superman,
Batman
yeah,
did.
I guess you do need to get it okay for the
But
president
Batman
before you
wasn't
go
saving
invade
countries.
a country. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You do
Yeah,
have to
Batman
work
wasn't
with other
stopping a
people.
war.
Yeah.
He was stopping a
Well, no,
bad
I'm
guy.
just saying. I'm just saying. Batman even consulted with the police.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're gonna do something, if you're protecting a place, you can't just kind of go rogue, even if it is in their best interest. And like you said, you don't have the final say on everything. Even if you
Hmm.
are right, you don't have the final say on everything because you're not a ruler. You're a hero, and that's different. Did you
You're a
see our
person.
girl?
Yeah, you mean
Hot
Dina?
girl, Isabel Merced.
Yeah.
I almost screamed because I didn't know who she was at first, but lady shook off her mask. I said, yes, get this unhinged hoe to play hot girl. Oh my God. I knew I was going to see her. As soon as I seen her in The Last of Us, I was like, I'm going to see her. Didn't I say I'm excited
Yeah,
to
you
see
can
her in
see her again.
everything? I knew it. I was like, nah, she's too good. She's going to be in everything. So that was nice. And I did like, um,
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. I wish it was Wesley Snipes playing him.
Wesley Snipes, about like 30 years ago.
No, Wesley Snipes was in Deadpool. Put
I
some
know he
respect on
was.
his
He
name.
didn't do much. He didn't do much though.
You know? But nah, he was great. He gave me like he gave me like black exploitation film vibes, how the way he talks. Like, motherfucker, I'm Mr. Fantastic. Not Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Terrific. It's like that's a terrible name, but I did like him. And Green Lantern. God, what an awful haircut. That's what
I
I'm like, is this movie based in the 60s? And I was like, no, they're having computers and smartphones. James
was
Gunn
that
just likes the
was that
style.
was that Green Lantern or was that somebody else?
No,
Like
that's the
acting
Green
to it?
Lantern.
Was it?
Yeah, that's Green Lantern. But yeah, I'm
I,
like, James, what'd you say?
no, you're right. He had the.
He calls
I
himself
thought he.
Green Lantern. That's his name.
Oh, I thought he said he worked for Green Lantern Industry, in like interest industries
There's
or something
other
like
lanterns. He's not the
that.
only person with the ring. There's other people too.
Okay.
But I think he's the original. I think he's the one who's got the lantern first. But
Mm,
I think James Gunn likes. Well, he said in an interview, kind of that like he likes kind of the 60s and like 70s style of like dress because he's referring to the Silver Age of Superman. Did I say this already? So
Silver Age. What's that?
the Silver Age of Superman, it like refers to a time in DC comic history like from around like 1956 to 1970, and that seemed to be a big time for him, and he kind of wants to call back to that time. So I think that's why even in this movie, maybe that was like a golden age for, they said silver, but maybe that was like a big time for comics, and that's why when I think about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, when I think about this movie, it's giving that sort of like 60s, 70s, like mid-century vibe.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Yeah. But the Justice League, they're very sloppy.
Justice
They're very
Gang.
sloppy. The Justice Gang, well, you know what they're going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since you watched the
oh,
show,
oh, Green Lantern was in the Justice League, and so was a dude named the
I thought you
Martian.
watched the show. I
I did
thought you
watch the
knew
show.
that already. But why are
I
you
just
saying that
remind,
like you just knowing it now?
I just reminded myself that Green Lantern was in that
You
joint
did not
too.
watch that show. You did not watch that
I
show.
did.
If I asked you who was in Teen Titans right now, you would tell me immediately, without hesitation. You did not watch that show. Anyway, I watched a few episodes of Young Justice. Pretty good. Pretty good. Some people say it's better than Teen Titans. I'm not gonna lie, that's debatable. For me, I like Teen Titans better. But
Mm.
yeah. How many people did Superman have to save when they were killing that kaiju? Who I felt bad for as well. Before they start stabbing him in the eyes, I'm like, oh, just a little monster.
I thought it was OD that Superman saved that squirrel. That squirrel didn't have to be saved. He didn't have to waste his
You don't
time saving.
stop for squirrel. Okay, I'm not gonna risk my life for a squirrel, but if you see it,
Yeah.
literally, like, was it Friday? I was driving to the gym and the
I'm
squirrel's in
speeding
the
up.
street. I waited for the squirrel to pass.
I'm
If it's
speeding
a
up.
possum, you'd speed up. I think you'd stop for a squirrel.
I'll stop for a possum because a possum can actually damage my car. A squirrel, roadkill. Let's get eaten.
Oh no! I remember my one friend. She called her husband and she felt so bad because she ran over a squirrel and killed it. And he was like, "Oh man, that's really bad, but it's okay. I killed a cat." You're like, "What? A cat is much worse than a squirrel." Oh my god.
Hmm.
Milkshake's ears perking up like, what?
Like what you talk about cat killing?
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, okay, you guys are just organized crime fighter, well, vigilante group, but you guys don't even know how to limit casualties. You guys are sloppy. Like,
So when when Lex Luthor released Superman's parents video saying essentially, I want you to come to Earth and conquer all humans.
and
And
get a
everyone was
harem.
shocked. Yeah, get a harem. I don't know what a harem was. I thought a harem was I don't know what a harem was.
A harem is just like a gaggle of hoes.
I
Your
thought so. I thought it was a harem.
concubines and your
Yeah, I thought
wives.
that too.
Hmm.
But basically, him just go and just, take over the Earth makes he said that, and people were appalled and terrified of it. And I'm thinking like,
Didn't he just save all your lives?
yeah, but I was also thinking like, duh, like, what do you think? I don't know.
Oh, you
I
think
guess
great power comes with that corruption? You should have. You're like, y'all should have been knew that. Like this
yeah,
man,
someone
you
did knew
think
that.
this man who can literally lift up a behemoth with his pinky finger ain't come to run this?
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess I
Like,
would have been suspicious too. Like, listen, like what Lex Luthor said, he's grooming y'all. I guess you would have
yeah,
thought that anyway. Like,
let's be real. A white man with all this power, like, come
mm.
on, like he's gonna try to take over eventually,
If
everything
he's not
eventually.
human, is he white?
Um,
Is he human, just not an Earthling?
uh, he is not human. He
Because when
doesn't.
he was getting operated on by the robots, they said he had his kidneys was damaged, and they were saying human body parts.
A dog got kidneys, Mary.
You're right.
Yeah, no, he's
I
not
didn't hear
human.
nothing crazy like Starfire with a third stomach.
No, this nigga can fly. He gets healed by the sun. He can hold his breath for an hour. He can stop a bullet with his chest. Those are not human properties. Humans can't do that.
He's just a better version of humans. What if he okay, what if he's human that got evolved a little bit further? Is he still human or no? No, because
No,
my
they're
thing is
not human.
Neanderthals are not considered Homo sapiens, right? Am I saying it right? Neanderthals?
Yeah, I think they're the first Homo sapiens.
They're Homo sapiens. Is that
Yeah.
human? You know what I mean? It's like what constitutes a human in your mind?
My in my mind is you have
We gonna start talking about abortion. Why we get on this topic?
no, I'm saying like Superman ain't human. Like humans have we have to be like constrained by our human limitations of you know our respiratory systems and the limitations of physics where we can't fly and not super strong and can lift up a Godzilla, right? Or stop a train
Godzilla.
or, or stop a
Or be
falling
faster than a speeding bullet.
yeah, we are humans. That's what I mean. Like
So our feebleness is what makes us human.
our humanness makes us human. Like what?
I don't know. I was interested. I was like, okay, are you human, but you just don't live on planet Earth? And maybe you evolved on Krypton. That's why you can do these things because those things are necessary for you to survive on Kryptons. It's necessary for you to fly and shoot lasers out of your eyes. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of hellish place Krypton is, but
I
I'm like,
think at least for now, the requirement for you to be considered human, you at least need to be born on planet Earth. That's a requirement.
humans are all Earthlings.
Yes, our
Okay.
Earthlings. Yes, there's no extraterrestrial humans out there.
So you saying if you saw that video, you wouldn't be surprised at all? You're like, well, I knew it was coming. Let me go get my guns.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would not be surprised. I'm like, oh, Superman's come up to take over the world. I told y'all. I've probably been saying that since like for 30
You have
years.
the Tin Hat Man. He's coming to kill us all.
I'm gonna
He's
kill us
coming.
all.
Ah,
Like
that's just crazy too. But don't
he's
listen
gonna
to
bring
him.
slavery back. I'm
Oh
telling
my
you.
God, for that white. Yes, I would not trust no white savior.
I told you.
You're
I do
right.
not. I do not.
But if he's white, is he's not human, so he can't be white.
But like, it
His skin
doesn't
white.
matter.
He's
So
not
once
human.
again,
He can't be white. I
going
guess
back
he.
to
Mm.
going back to the boys, right? Well, Homelander, he was in some Nazi stuff and was trying to basically make you know some Nazi propaganda stuff. And
You could spoil it. I'm not gonna watch it.
no, I'm not. Well, there's other viewers,
Oh,
who listen besides you. So
nigga, what season are you talking about? Probably not the latest one.
No, not the latest one. No, but
I
he's
guess you want to start. All right.
yeah. No, no, no. But
My thing is,
anyway,
this is a spoil. This show isn't spoiler free. You could talk about it. Expect spoilers for everything that's ever come out. Expect spoilers for everything.
don't trust us with secrets. Like we can tell everything. We spill all the tea. What is the little tea thing? What is this? I saw someone.
T.
I saw someone do this. I don't understand. This is
It's
not
just saying. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't get the
intention.
hairdresser, but I mean it's T.
Do I do like this or is it like
No, it's
this?
not like a crab claw. It's like a little T T T T T.
But I have
I
to
do
keep my
my
fingers
index finger and my thumb.
like this.
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with your finger mobility? Index
I don't
finger
know
and
what.
thumb.
That's what I'm doing.
Try
My
with your
index
middle
finger. And my
finger.
thumb. I can do it all the fingers.
Oh, your video, but you're doing it so slow. Go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do 16th.
One, two.
It looks so
Anyway,
hard for you.
no, it just there's a little lag.
If you
There's a
say
little
so. Superman is public enemy number one as social media and reporters relentlessly attack his character and intentions. Superman decides to hand himself over to the US government as he is now wanted for questioning. He is handed over to Lex Luthor, who holds him hostage in a pocket universe along with hundreds of other prisoners, including Crypto. In his cell is another prisoner, a superhuman named Metamorpho, who can transfer into any element at will, including kryptonite. Metamorpho uses his kryptonite to weaken Superman because Luthor has taken Metamorpho's infant son hostage. Luthor has also taken hostage a civilian named Malik, who has always been kind to Superman. Luthor kills Malik execution style after Superman fails to comply with his interrogation. Superman mourns the loss of his friend, while Metamorpho is horrified. He now knows that someone who could do something so heinous cannot be trusted, and he agrees to help Superman if he can save his son. He uses his elemental abilities to mimic the sun, and our hero is healed enough to break free from their prison and rescue the baby from his captor. They also manage to free Crypto, and with Mr. Terrific and Lois's help, they narrowly escape through the portal back to Earth. Through Mr. Terrific, we learn that every pocket universe created increases the risk of an apocalyptic sized black hole. He stays to maintain the pocket universe while Lois takes Superman to his parents' house to recover. So, one thing I didn't really understand was the concept of pocket universe. We kind of just saw like Ultraman and Lex Luthor go through this portal,
Mm,
reminiscent to the portal that we saw that's like linked to the Loki series that we saw in the
yeah,
last Deadpool Wolverine movie.
yeah, yeah,
So he'll just go through this portal and I didn't understand it. I was like, is this just like a fancy portal to take you from one place, one universe to the other words? And like I guess that's exactly what it is, and there's just like a dead space in between. But Pocket Universe is actually like a real thing that I found on Wikipedia. You want me to read what it's about?
yeah. Let's do it.
So they said a pocket universe is a concept derived from inflationary theory, which was introduced by this dude named Alan Guth. So pretty much, inflationary theory describes a phase of rapid exponential expansion of space in the early universe. And after this brief but intense inflationary period, the universe continued to expand, though at a slower pace. So this astrophysics physicist named John Luck Lenners suggested that this inflationary process can give rise to multiple pocket universes. So I guess they're saying when space expands, it creates more pocket universes. That's as best as I understand it. But I didn't know that was a real thing. I never heard of inflationary theory.
Yeah, the universe is constantly expanding. So I guess I don't understand really.
It's a
What
theory.
pocket universe is a theory. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if the theory's been debunked. I don't know if it's been verified. It's a theory. I don't know anything.
I feel like all these universal theories and like dimensions, it's you can't really verify it unless you like
You
you don't
go
have the
there.
technology to verify it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's this one book I want you to read that my friend let me borrow called I think it's called Piranesi or Piranese. No, Piranesi. It's so good. It's about different well, it's just good, my nigga. It's just
It's
good.
about different what dimensions.
Yeah. That may have been slightly a spoiler, but it's so good. You have to read it. It's
Mm,
heartbreaking, but it's good.
mm.
But so yeah,
So I got
everyone hates Superman now.
yeah. So I think Superman. He I understand why he would give himself up because he knows that they can't really hold him, and if he didn't give himself up, he would lose the people's trust. And I think that's ultimately what he cares about. So I understand that, but um, I don't understand one who was all those other people that Lex Luthor locked up in
His
that prison.
ops, ex-girlfriends, people who wrote bad posts about him. It's very petty.
Like
Like
it's so
the man
petty.
is wildly insecure,
He is
but a
so
narcissist too.
yeah, a narcissist billionaire genius who's insecure.
You know, I guess it's weird. Cuz I feel like narcissists they think, they piss rainbows when the sun shines out their glory hole. So it's kind of like
Gross.
it kind of breeds a sense of insecurity because if you think you're that great, I feel like you're very worried about what people think of you and you're
Yeah,
very image conscious. So even though you're arrogant is all get out, it's still like, well, what do they think? It's weird.
mm,
You know what I mean?
it is weird. It is weird, but this man definitely has problems.
And too much money. But I found out that a lot of billionaires have narcissistic personality traits.
And
Or they,
what was those zombie looking things that basically remember in Hades?
yeah,
Like
some hellish creatures. What do you think they
yes,
were? You think they were taking them to the river Sphinx?
yeah, exactly. Just like basically that's exactly what it was. Taking them to hell.
Yeah, they were the transporters. Speaking of which, an Odysseus movie, an Odyssey movie is coming
Oh,
out.
I am so freaking pumped for
So
that.
weren't we just fangirling about Troy?
I
Now we get
know.
the Iliad.
No, we get the. I'm so freaking pumped, Joe. I saw that. I was like,
Wait,
oh,
no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Not the Iliad, the Odyssey. The Iliad
God,
is the story of Troy. We're getting the
yeah,
Odyssey.
you're in the Odyssey.
Them bars that dialogue is going to be so good. The
I know.
dialogue is going to be, I love good dialogue. Oh my! And the little boy Tom Holland, he real cute. He in there. I can't wait. But yeah, they were very frightening. I was like, what's this about? And one thing about this movie, how much cleavage does PG-13 movies allow?
Oh, you talk about the that random secretary?
The girl who worked at the Daily Planet.
Yeah, her.
Jesus.
Yeah.
She brought the cars out of garage with that one. But not just her. There was a lot of big city hoes in this movie. I'm like, there's a small child next to me. I'm like, James Gunn is kind of pushing the envelope here a little bit. I'm like, this is still PG-13. Like,
Mm.
I'm pretty sure, like, later on in the movie, one of the dudes who works at the Daily Planet, Jimmy Olsen, he got like proposed to by some hoes. Literally, they were like, "Where you going tonight?" Looking like crack horse. But yeah. But I guess that's not too crazy because remember in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, there are people like addicted to meth.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
James Gunn is pushing the boundary. They said the
Yeah,
F
they
bomb a
were.
few times.
Yeah, I think PG-13 is slowly getting more and more jacked up.
Yeah, yeah. One thing this is way off topic. When did Medea movies get so raunchy? When did Tyler Perry get so raunchy? How do we go from the
Mm.
woman who we used to watch after church with our mom and see the little plays and she would be cussing a little bit, no F bombs, maybe like a hell and a damn,
Yeah,
and then the church ladies will sing about whatever, the cast members will sing gospel music to Beauty in Black.
I don't know.
When did the
I
shift
actually,
happen?
to be honest with you, I don't know how we got from being a civilized culture to Beauty in Black. So let alone
I mean, Tyler
Tyler
Perry was never
Perry.
civilized.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Beauty and Black is something different, y'all.
Yeah, it's a. I don't think there's any way we can justify Beauty in Black. I think it's completely,
It's
utterly
just too much.
unjustifiable. It's just too much. It's
It's
so
too
much, and it's too much. But we're not here to talk about Beauty in Black, thank God. But
much.
yeah, and the scene where Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane they pull up to the portal, and Mr. Terrific takes out all the troops.
Yeah, that was hard.
Doesn't that remind you of the scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 when the whole
Uh,
crew is fighting and the song No Sleep Till Brooklyn is playing, and it's a very panoramic view and we see views of everyone getting their ass kicked and it's great? Kind of reminded me
yes,
of that.
it also reminded me of who was the whistle dude? The
I
the
never knew his
purple
name with
guy.
the mohawk.
Yeah, when he uses
No, no. Oh yeah, I'm
his
thinking about
arrow
it's
to
the
kill
purple dude.
everybody.
Was he purple? No, he was white. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
That reminded me of
yeah,
that too. He basically just
yeah.
took and yeah, no, but he turned up. I was like, yo, Mr. Terrific is actually a good superhero. Like he's a genius. He's fast. He has all that tech.
He's a black
You
man
know,
wearing blackface.
he's a black man wearing
I was like, did he
blackface.
paint his lips black to match the mask? Because I know his lips ain't that dark.
You're right. He had the whole like black V. Was it wasn't even the point of the mask? You can see exactly who he is. It
I don't
was
know. It's to look good. You know, it's for
stylistic.
continuity. It's
Yeah.
the stylistic purposes. Either I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot what it
But no, that was a pretty
was.
hard, and how he was able to protect Lois Lane the whole time, just with the barrier up there, as he just like destroyed everybody else. That
Mm-hmm.
was, I was like, wow, like that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
Yeah.
dope. Meanwhile, Jimmy Olsen, a reporter at the Daily Planet, reaches out to Eve, who happens to be his ex and is still in love with him, for any dirt on LexCorp. After Lex Luthor abuses her, Eve furiously sends incriminating photos to Jimmy. Meanwhile, Clark has a moment of calm at his adoptive parents' farmhouse and receives a much needed pep talk from his father. His brief peace is interrupted by a disturbing newscast. Boravia is invading Jarhampur. Clark is about to suit up and head to Jarhampur's aid when he receives a transmission from Mr. Terrific. A black hole is forming that threatens to swallow the whole planet. He begs him to come to Metropolis immediately. Luthor has the power to stop the rift from growing, but he refuses, using the rift as a lure for Superman to come back to Metropolis. So I didn't understand the Jimmy obsession until later in the movie, where Eve, would just I didn't understand it at all. I'm
Oh,
like
I
she
thought you
looked
meant. I mean, we all know a dude who can get girls, and we don't know how.
yeah, that's true.
We
Everyone
know
got
it's
every
like I don't know what the appeal is. How do you get all these beautiful women to fawn over you? And even when he was working at the Daily Planet, there was these two like interns like, "Oh my god, he's so fine," and I'm like, "Him? His freckles are kind of cute, but it's just a lot. It's a lot easier. How do I say it? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you just have the what the kids say, the riz. You got the
the
charm,
Riz,
even if you're
he's
not
a Rizzler.
yeah, the Rizzler. If you're charming in a way, for me, a funny dude. If you're not ugly, you're tall and you're funny. It's kind of a wrap for me. So, I think women, it's just there's more things other than physical attraction that gets us interested in you. If you seem
Mm,
confident,
mm.
you have a better chance. But Eve cracks me the hell up. Oh my goodness. When I saw them photos, they were all selfies. I cackled. I said, she said selfies. I cackled. The one thing that was disappointing, his name on her name on his phone was Mutant Toes, but we never saw her feet.
That is true. Mutant toes
We never
is
saw her
crazy.
feet. I was waiting for the grand reveal, and we just
At
never
least
saw it.
in the closing credits, it would have been funny.
There was a closing scene, but I had to pee so bad. Was there a closing scene?
There was. It was very very small.
Okay, I had to pee so bad. Well, you just explain it. What happened? You can
I'll,
talk about it now.
no, I'll explain at the end.
Okay,
It's
okay.
going to ruin it.
Don't remember. Don't forget, because I had to
I
pee so bad.
won't.
But
So this is another example of Lex Luthor's pettiness, right? So the rift caused by the black hole is literally coming down.
well, I thought the rift was caused. I thought it was a rift first, and then black hole.
It was a black
Who?
hole, and the black hole caused the rift,
Okay, okay, okay.
right? But Lex Luthor had a chance to stop it,
Mhm,
didn't,
mhm,
right? Because he wanted to draw Superman in to kill Superman.
mhm.
This nigga is willing to die and let everyone else die. And so this is my pet peeve with this movie's Lex Luthor, right? So he was just his whole purpose was to kill Superman, but like he wasn't, in my opinion, he wasn't necessarily. It's weird. He wasn't evil for the sake of evil. He was evil for the sake of spite, to be spiteful. So, for example, the Man of Steel, right? That character who played Lex Luthor, he
Lex Luthor
essentially,
should be black in my mind.
I think so
Lex
too.
Luthor should always be black. I don't care what he was before. And the few episodes I see the Justice League, I didn't watch that show. Lex Luthor was black. Like some people
but
claim to have watched that show, even though I've never seen them watch that show a day in my life. Okay, but
but there was
acting
there
brand
was a
new.
I remember there was a scene where Lex Luthor he revealed in Man of Steel, he revealed what his master plan was, and someone was like, "Oh, you could kill millions," and he was like, "No, billions."
Think
He's
bigger.
like he was 10 toes down on I'm gonna kill billions of people, right? And this Lex Luthor, his action would have led to billions of people dying, but he didn't seem like that like existential threat to society. He seemed an existential threat to Superman, if that makes sense, right? And so much like just so much hatred.
So, do you want
Um,
me to explain? You want to talk about like his little speech now, or you want to talk about it later? Because I
yeah,
think
let's
it
talk about
ties into what you're saying.
his little speech, his envy speech. You have that
That's
written
not
down?
now. That's later.
That's later.
So,
Okay,
do you want to talk about it? We can talk about it now if you want to.
let's talk
So,
about looks now. Yep.
um, so I don't have it in front of me, but what you're saying is you're saying that his main objective was just Superman based, and it's like that's the ugly thing about so in his mind he was supposed to be Superman. Like I said, he is a violent narcissist. He wanted to be the world's Superman. And he lacks empathy. That's why he does the crazy stuff he does. But he wanted to be this god among men. So the fact that he built this tech company, he's seen as a genius, innovative, and all these things. But this man can just be born that way. And not only born that way, but you were sent to my planet. You're not even born on the same planet. In my planet, in my city, in my that I'm supposed to rule over, and you took that from me. I hate you, and I want you gone.
Yeah, he did also mention, as I'm thinking about it, some other.
You
Um,
have the quote in front of you? Did you find it?
I have. I'm trying to see. Let's see. It's a bunch of videos.
Oh, we don't got time for that. Can you put up a transcript? I thought they would keep a lot of the footage and clips on lock, but not really. You can find a lot.
No, no. He says. Let me see. Let me go back. There was one line I liked.
What Superman said or what Lex says?
No, what Lex says. My envy is a calling. It is the sole hope for humanity, because it is what has driven me to annihilate you. Like he's. I don't know. I After his speech, I was underwhelmed. If that makes sense. I just think that I don't know. I wasn't his motivations of just being petty, in my opinion, wasn't strong enough to try to destroy the world over. And I know he compared himself to, I think Einstein and Galileo, and he won't. I think he was worried that he wouldn't be remembered because of that, because of Superman. It kind of reminds me of the Michael Jordan effect. So, for example, Michael Jordan, when he was dominant and he won his 6 rings, there was other dominant basketball players, you know, that Michael Jordan prevented from getting
I
rings.
thought he only had 5.
No, he has 6,
Oh,
right? So, like, he prevented other people.
it's that crab in a barrel mentality.
Well, no, not Crabbe and Barrel. He was just so good that no one could beat him. And for 6 years, he just like for that decade or whatever, he just rammed it. And then like a lot of great players like never got a championship. And I feel like that's kind of how Lex Luthor feels. It's like, hey, if Superman wasn't here, I would be considered the Elon Musk of this world or whatever, his equivalent is. Um, so maybe I don't know. What did you feel about him as a whole?
You're right. I understood the concept, but I didn't really see it as a strong enough motivation.
Yeah,
Even though I understand that concept completely. I don't know. Maybe if they would have, I don't know. Maybe if they would have set it up maybe a bit differently.
if
Like maybe
Superman
if,
would have wronged him,
not even that. Not even that, because that's the thing about jealousy. You could be jealous of someone who hasn't done nothing to you, who's
yeah,
even been kind to you,
yeah,
you know? So I think maybe if it was just delivered in a more dramatic way, maybe I would have felt it a little more. Like, where's the rain? Where's the you hanging on the ledge of a cliff shouting this at someone? But I think the actor, his name is something Holtz. Let me see. I think Nicholas Holt's version of Superman. This man only plays villains. I'm concerned about him, but he kind of had this quiet insanity about him.
Oh, he was in Nosferatu. I'm like, he looked
Yeah,
familiar.
I told you he evil. Was
No,
he
he was.
Nosferatu?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't Nosferatu, but he was in it. He was
Every
like,
everything I see him in, this man is villainous.
hmm,
But he does have this quiet insanity about him. Like when he thought Ultraman beat Superman, you saw him getting a little teary eyed.
yeah,
So maybe you don't understand it because you're just not crazy enough. But I do get you. It wasn't, it didn't hit like the way I wanted to. I didn't think, okay, I just thought, okay, this is yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't call it like a weak sort of motivation, but maybe the delivery could have
yeah,
been better.
maybe.
Oh, one thing we didn't mention is so when Eve sent those photos, those selfies, she was it was so funny. There's one selfie she took where she's laying on very important documents. Like, but the selfie that she took a selfie and in the background there was a map of pretty much Lex Luthor's plans of owning Janapur.
Yeah, he's like only half of Johnny Poor once Bavaria took over, right?
And it
And
makes sense. He, as soon as Superman takes his position with Boravia, Lex Luthor has been selling weapons to Boravia. Superman comes in and does that. He's like, we need this war going because I need more money. So he has Ultraman come and say, hey, I'm the hammer of Boravia, you know, because he wants half of it. But it comes to turn out, like he said, I'm not, using you to start a war. I'm starting a war to get rid of you. I said that's hate. That
that's
is
so much
hate.
hatred, and that's just like that's the point, right? So it would have made sense if he would have used it to take over a country, so he could be a lord over half of a country. That seems like a reasonable evil motivation.
But he already has so much power. Yes, he's not owning a country, but LexCorp is crazy
They said
successful
that they
and
sold
influential.
$80 billion to that war alone, but they only paid him like 4 billion. So $76 billion they gave for free. He basically bought that half of the country. And like you said, that to me is enough motivation to kill Superman. But he said, I braved all this to kill you. I just feel like there's a lot of cheaper options
Not when
to
it's
kill
Superman.
Superman. I
Not
thought it
not
was,
not when you have this vigilante that everyone loves. You know what I mean? I'm surprised they ain't shown no Superman cults. Where are the fangirls? What they put on? Let's go way back. Lois Lane. Superman is out of your league, and you better act like it.
I agree. I
Superman.
agree. She was not. She like he said, "I love you," and she was like, not repeating it to Superman. Come on
I
now.
will be a pick me for Superman. I will cook you dinner. I will fold your clothes in the bedroom. I'm going to turn from a lady to a woman in the streets. Superman, the Superman. First of all, you fine. First of all, you strong. First of all, you are purer than light.
Yeah,
You have a heart of gold, a childlike innocence, a strong conviction. Nigga, you vulnerable. How would I break up with you? Who is better than Superman?
exactly. Where are you going from there? It's literally super. Like,
I understand the concept of finding the perfect guy, but the sad realization that he may not be perfect for you, it's Superman, you make it work. You change yourself, nigga. You change yourself. You are the
you
wrong one.
you adapt.
Them dimples. Oh, and even him as like Clark Kent, that curly hair. I said, nigga, you tripping. Give me a Superman. Yeah. Okay. Superman sends a Justice Gang to Jahanpur while he and Mr. Terrific battle Engineer and Ultraman. Superman defeats Engineer, and while fighting Ultraman, he learns that Ultraman is a clone of himself that LexCorp created using his DNA. Nevertheless, with the help of his canine companion, our hero manages to forever trap Ultraman in a black hole. Superman detains Luthor at LexCorp while Mr. Terrific closes the rift. The city is at last saved. Daily Planet releases an article exposing LexCorp and Luthor's crimes against humanity and clears Superman's name. Back at the Fortress of Solitude, Superman's cousin, Kara Zal-El, or Supergirl, comes for her dog Crypto. Superman still watches the videos to soothe himself, but this time he watches home videos of his Earthling parents.
So a few things, right? Superman almost died when the engineer put those nanobots to have him invade his lungs.
I have dreams like that. You ever have dreams? I've had dreams where like there's
Or you're like
something,
gagging.
yeah, stuck between my throat, and I pull it out like a magician with those
Yes,
napkins out my mouth, and
yes,
I'm just pulling, and it'll be like mozzarella cheese or something. I was like,
yes.
this makes me feel a little uncomfy.
No, you're right. I felt the same way. As he was pulling all those nanobots off, but they almost got him, yo. Um, they almost got him out of here, and they had a pretty good strategy of defeating him by just allowing that to invade him and destroy him from the inside. Um, so him surviving that by flying up, basically up. I thought he was gonna fly to the sun. That's
Flying
why.
to the
That's
dang ozone layer,
yeah. I
past
thought he
it
was gonna fly, get the sun, and get strength, and then just like destroy him. But
like
instead, he just
Popeyes, the Sailor Man with his spinach can.
yes, just with the sun. But instead, he just flew up and then just fell, and let gravity do the rest and take care of him. I thought it was hard that it was a clone of him. Right,
I
that's the
didn't know
only
who
thing that
that
makes sense.
man was at first. Him.
They didn't look that much alike. They didn't. To be honest with you,
It's the
they threw me
hair.
off.
I was like, the camera was panned on him. I was like, am I supposed to know who this is? Is this a grand reveal? Because I don't recognize his face. It's a clone. Oh yeah, I guess they do look alike. I was like, I was thinking, who the hell is this? I did not know. God, I'm dumb. I did not know.
Who is this?
Right? I
That's
was like,
you.
who is this? The
Like
clone.
a clone.
Okay.
That's the only
Listen.
thing that made sense about how strong Ultraman was. Also, not
Yeah,
original.
makes perfect sense.
Like, oh, Superman, Ultraman. What's better than Super? Ultra.
We should
You
have
want to go
known.
super size or you want to do ultra size? You want to, like, it's just
I
a
don't think
Super
I want.
Bowl?
How the way you said ultra size? I want no parts of that.
So,
Yeah, but you can't beat the genuine article, especially if the genuine article has a dog.
yeah, exactly. Dog is a man's best friend, so it's definitely
Even a
Superman's.
Superman's best friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
And I
another,
really thought it was sweet. Well, I'll let you go.
no, you say the sweet part.
I thought it was sweet him and his parents. I liked how his parents look like real old people. Like
Mm.
not these like slightly older than him. It's like that's not your if you're 30, that's not your
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, they're
Like
out of
they
shape and older. It just
exactly. Like they didn't look like models. They looked like real old people and like I thought his dad was sweet when he gave him that pep talk and he was like, "Listen, I know your Kryptonian parents said some weird stuff, but you decide what you want to do with your life. We
hmm
don't have say over that." And I'm so
exactly.
he got choked up. He's like, "I'm so proud of you." And I was like, she was like, "Oh mush," he's all. When it comes to this baby boy, ugh, it hurts him. I'm just thinking of his face, like that was me just imagine, like, oh my god. Anyway, I can go on for hours, but
So a few things didn't make any sense to me as the movie was closing. So once again, the black hole is rifting. It's causing a rift against all of Earth, right? Um,
yeah.
Lex Luthor has a code to stop it. Okay. So once Mister Terrific goes and says, like, oh, he gets there, and the one of the other engineers is like, hey, I got the code. And he's like, I don't need the code. I'm Mister Terrific. So one, obviously, even if he
Why
could
can you
hack
do
it,
it back then?
but no, even if he could hack it, it's easier if someone just tell you the code. Like, it's just faster. It's just more effective. Like, all right, just show me the passcode. I'll fix
Yeah,
it.
we don't have a lot of time, I
We got
guess.
time for you to prove that you're Mr. Terrific. But second, the code stopped the rift. Okay, cool. How does the code undo what just happened? Like he just found a reverse Uno card, Mary. How does it start closing back? That makes zero sense. That's not how physics work. You
I don't
can't
know.
just un
Suspend your disbelief.
it
I don't
doesn't
know.
make sense that the whole world start coming back together because you put in some zeros and ones. Make it make sense.
It's a comic book movie.
It made no sense. You accepted that, Mary. You
Yeah.
sat there and was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Like
No, I
you
don't
put
think it makes
zeros
sense at
and
all, but
ones.
it's a comic book. There's going to
Those-
be some things that just don't make no sense.
Like Mary, I'm gonna go and uncode an earthquake. That's what I'm gonna do.
You
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
don't
go.
work for LexCorp.
I'm gonna go uncode a tornado. Okay, let me go uncode it. It just undo the tornado damage because I put some numbers in the computer.
You
It
know
makes
tornadoes are planned by the government, right? They have wind
probably
machines and they unleash them on the poor.
they were talking
Let me
about
stop. That's a sensitive topic. I'm kidding. Sorry.
yeah no they were talking about uh rain machines in Texas,
Mm,
but it doesn't produce it. They can generate like a few clouds. It's not anything near tornadoes or anything like that. But um
I feel
anyway,
like the actress who played Lois Lane,
uh huh,
her name is Rachel Brosnahan.
yeah,
She reminds me of Rashida Jones. I could see Rashida Jones playing her.
I thought the same thing actually.
Yeah,
I did. Oh, she
yeah.
has a Rashida Jones face.
Not
Just
face. I think her voice and how the way she acts. I was like, this is giving Rashida Jones.
I'm trying to figure out where I remember her from. Oh, she was on Blacklist. I remember her from that. From
From
House of
what's that?
Cards.
Oh,
From House
really?
of Cards. I remember her from House of Cards.
You see our girl Millie Alcock, Rhaenyra, being
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Oh, that totally knows young Renera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sweet dope.
I like how the robots were like, oh, that's why she has a dog like that, no structure. Like she thinks it's hilarious for the dog to be slamming her on the ground. She's just
I thought
cracking
it
up.
was I thought it was cool how she has to fly to red sun planets to get drunk
Why is
because
that?
remember that's what Superman said.
I didn't understand what he said.
He said
I couldn't
basically
hear.
their immune system on Earth is so fast that they can't get drunk, they can't get sick. So in order for her to get drunk, she needs to fly to a planet with a red sun with less UV, so she can get drunk.
UV controls you getting drunk.
No, for Superman, Mary. Remember, he gets powered by the sun, ultraviolet light. So he
Oh,
a dimmer. So she has to go to a dimmer sun essentially.
so she has to like weaken her defense mechanism so she can get drunk.
Yes. So she can get drunk. Yes.
I
We
mean,
can.
alcohol is literally poison, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mary, what would you rank this movie?
I don't know. I feel like this movie let me down a little bit, but I'm not sure why. I've been trying to figure it out. I feel like this movie could have been really good. feel like it was good. I think it's just there's some things that were just a bit confusing. There were some moments, maybe because I seen it in IMAX and that huge screen, but there were some moments how the camera work was very dizzying.
Yes,
Like,
it was literally going in a circle.
oh my, seeing it in IMAX, I said, who thought this was a good idea?
I thought this
And then the
was
transition to Lois in her apartment, I said, I feel sick thinking about it. I feel dizzy.
mm.
Um, and I feel like the funny moments weren't that funny. Like I feel like there's some comic moments that for me fell a little flat. Um, what else? I feel like the movie also was kind of cold in a way. It was kind of cold. I feel like there are a few moments. I feel like superhero movies should make you feel good. It should make you feel warm and fuzzy, you know. And Superman himself did a good job at that, being this sort of untainted, innocent view of the world. We get that. And I do like how Clark Kent himself acted a bit more human. You know, Superman always seems kind of more humble, but this Clark Kent seemed like a more normal guy. You know what I mean? Like, and I was kind of worried about that too. I'm like, man, if I was dating Lois Lane, I'll be hoping that Superman doesn't become too human, you know? Because you just seem so perfect being you. It's like, I hope he doesn't start acting like humans, acting more selfishly, being more affiliated, not seeing the bigger picture of humanity, but being more affiliated with this political party or that political party. But I'm getting off topic. Um, yeah, this movie just felt kind of cold. I didn't feel too much of a fondness for characters. And I don't know. I wish I could articulate it more. I've been trying to figure out. So I will give this movie a medium bag of popcorn. It seems wrong because it is a good movie. I'll tell everyone to watch it. I enjoyed myself. I guess maybe I just expected a little more. The trailers really sold me. That one scene where he protects this little girl. There's
Mm.
like these big pillars of some sort of dangerous metal or something, and they're flying through the air, and he shields her. And then in the trailers, you see that little boy in Jarhampur with the Superman.
Superman flag.
Yeah, signaling Superman. It's just, I really thought this would be kind of like, I don't know, like Man of Steel. Even though I know it's not an origin film, it was a lot. It was emotional, and this one it just felt a little cold, and I felt like they tried maybe a little bit too hard to make it James Gunn to make it more adult, you know, and maybe that took out. Maybe I'm used to Marvel having like wit and a sort of like warmness to it, and that was kind of absence for this. So maybe I just have to get used to it. Maybe I just have to get used to that because, yeah. What do you think? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do, and I think because the characters surrounding Superman, we didn't really get endeared to them except for his parents. Even Lois Lane, like she was acting just like a jerk. That like,
I liked Lois Lane actually.
yeah, I
I
don't.
didn't understand why she's gonna break up with him. I mean, I get it. I get it. She's confident, but girl, you're stupid. You're not gonna find nobody better. You might as well be. If you're gonna break up with him, be by yourself because that's as good as you gonna get. That'll be me.
But Lois Lane never really was in danger the whole movie.
Well, she doesn't have to be a damsel in distress.
I know, but that's typical. Like
Actually, I don't
she
remember
went.
many movies where Lois Lane is in danger that I've seen. She's always kind of,
Hold
even when I
on,
think
Mary.
about Man of Steel,
Hold on, Lois Lane. I guess that never happened,
he
right?
never, that's a Spider Man.
I know. I
And you
was.
think I'm
It's a
supposed to
joke.
trust you saying you
I
saw
know.
Justice League?
It's a joke, you idiot.
I don't think it was.
But I said you didn't hear me say hello, Mary Jane first, because
I did, but I'm like, what you think they said the same thing? I don't
I
trust you. I don't
guess
trust anything you say.
she actually saved him. Lois saved Superman. But
Superman, Clark Kent, Kal-El.
yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling too. It definitely doesn't deserve anything less than a medium bag of popcorn. I'll give it that. I thought The fighting scenes were really interesting. I liked him kind of interacting with government affairs. That was unique. That wasn't something I expected. Even
Yeah, that is one strong point about the movie. Yeah, I think the strongest point about the movie was his interview with Lois Lane. I
yeah,
thought, yeah, that was a highlight for me.
yeah, and I liked
I think it
I
could have
liked
been more
how
funny with Superdog.
what do you say?
I think the comedy could have been notched up a lot with Superdog, a lot more.
Mm, yeah,
I
no,
like how he
I
tore
like
up Lex Luthor at the end.
yeah.
Oh, we
He should
seen
have just
that
ripped his
with the Hawk and who he did that to? The Hawk did that to Loki,
Loki.
didn't he?
He
Yeah.
did the Loki. Yeah, yeah, you're right. He Loki. He hawked Lex Luthor. I
Mhm.
wish. I don't know. I wish Superman would have. I don't know. I'll give it. I'll give it a.
Well, what you think?
Hmm.
What you think? You wish he would have what? Because I'm trying to put my finger on it too, and I don't know. I can't find the words.
I feel like I wished he would have like killed Lex Luthor. It's point
James,
blank.
Lex Luthor is a very important structure to the Superman franchise. He's the only bad guy I know of.
I know.
Lex Luthor's here to stay, and he's not just a villain. He is a villain, but he's a mogul too. He got other stuff to do, so he'll take a break.
Yeah.
Do actual tech mogul things.
Oh,
Kill
you know
Superman,
what
try
pissed
to
me
stop
off?
Superman.
When
Eh.
he cried when his plot was revealed to the world. He sat there and tears rolled down his eyes.
What? When whose plot?
When Lex Luthor got caught that he was a traitor and people were calling him a traitor, he sat there and cried.
He cried because his plans were foiled. James, he is mentally unstable. This man is passionate about killing Superman. If he don't get what he want, he gonna cry. That'll make him weak. That'll
I
not
thought
make him weak. He
this
crazy.
punk
You ever?
trying to
No,
kill
it's not.
somebody.
You ever? Obviously, listen. Some people, when they cry when they're angry, you better run because they are
Mm,
unhinged. My
mm.
emotions are hardwired to my tear ducts. When I'm frustrated, I cry. When I get really angry, I cry. That's just how it's displayed. But crying, a nigga will cry and cut you. Like, dude, crying is not no sign of weakness, dog.
I think I'll give it a medium bag of popcorn as well. Maybe like a medium plus. I don't know.
Copycat.
Like I can't like yeah. I'll give it a medium bag of popcorn. I thought it was
What does
pretty good.
Eileen think?
She liked it too.
What would
She
she
liked
get
it
it?
too.
Oh, she
Um
sleep.
yeah, she went to bed.
Oh, no man. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'll give it like a medium plus. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You literally got on me for choosing an in between waiting, and now you're doing it. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess it's your world.
So here, I'll so fine.
Stan ten
Fine.
toes.
Yeah, I'll just do large. Right. I'll just do
Okay.
large. Yeah, I'll do large. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. Because I would go see it again in a movie theater.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll watch it again now that I have. I think my expectations were kind of high, and
Yeah.
that's why. But I can't really
I
say what
like
I was looking for.
I like Mr. Terrific a lot. When he first came to the screen, I'm like, oh, okay, this gave us another random black actor, right? Like superhero, right? Thought he was gonna be corny, like most black superheroes tend to be, but he balled out, yo. He was he was super smart, strong. He was witty. You know, he had like swagger to him. Like I liked him. I liked him a
He
lot.
reminds me of like a black exploitation film, like Shaft or
Oh yeah,
Dolomite.
exactly. Yeah, exactly like a Shaft Dynamite. I liked him. I liked him a lot. I liked him a lot. The Green Lantern dude, I didn't like him at all.
Why? Because he wasn't attractive.
No, he just. I thought he was a knockoff of Green Lantern. I didn't know that he was the Green
I
Lantern.
think he is the Green Lantern.
He was. He was.
Yeah,
I looked it up.
yeah.
I looked it up. But who was the last Green Lantern? It was
I don't
Ryan
know, Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was the last Green Lantern. So that's why I was surprised. Like, oh yeah, I guess they're not gonna bring Brian back. They would bring back any other characters. But yeah, yeah, I'll give it a large bag of popcorn. So,
All right.
well, thanks y'all for listening to another episode of the Watch That John podcast. You can find us anywhere you find your favorite shows, on whether that be Apple Podcast or on Spotify. You can follow us on Instagram at Watch That John podcast. And until next time.
Bye.